This is Adrienne Percy from DomesticDiva.ca, and today I have a very special interview for you with Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride, who is the doctor who came up with an amazing protocol called GAPS. That is Gut and Psychology Syndrome. We heard Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride speak at the Weston A. Price Foundation Conference here in Dallas, Texas. We were in her session all day yesterday, and wow, mind-boggling. It is amazing. It's a must-read book for anybody who has children who have displayed colic, allergies, ADD, autism. It's been life-changing for so many people. I'm going to let you decide, though, when you hear from Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride herself. So enjoy the interview.
It's a personal story, like with many other mainstream doctors. In order for us to move into the alternative field, we have to have some personal reason for it. And my first child was diagnosed autistic at the age of 3. Mm-hmm. That threw me into a very steep learning curve when I discovered that my own profession had nothing to offer my child. And as a result of that search, as of now, he's a healthy young adult with no traces of autism left, leading a normal life. He's driving a car, he's got a girlfriend, he's going to university, so everything is absolutely fine. And as that learning curve progressed, GAPS got developed, Gut and Psychology Syndrome. And as the name implies, it establishes a connection between the functioning of the digestive system and the functioning of the brain in the person, because that contact is very, very tight. And what's happening in the digestive system doesn't just affect the brain, it affects everything else in the body. So the second part of GAPS syndrome is Gut and Physiology Syndrome, which includes all sorts of physical conditions such as autoimmunity, multiple sclerosis and diabetes type 1 and rheumatoid arthritis. Includes the diseases of low energy supply, low energy production, such as fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome and ME, and allergies and arthritis and all sorts of other physical conditions. Where when we talk about Gut and Psychology Syndrome, we talk about the function of the brain, and here we talk about autism and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and dyslexia and dyspraxia and various other mixtures of learning, behavioral and social problems in children and adults. And that also includes psychiatric conditions such as bipolar disorder and obsessive compulsive disorder and schizophrenia and not eating disorders and addictions and epilepsy. So when we talk about Gut and Psychology and Gut and Physiology Syndrome, we talk about the roots of our health, because the roots of the human health are embedded in the digestive tract. It's a digestive tract that feeds us and nurtures us and nourishes us and looks after us. In these people, because they develop abnormal gut flora, their digestive system, instead of being a source of nourishment for them, becomes a major source of toxicity in the body. Foods don't get digested properly, so the person develops multiple nutritional deficiencies. The gut lining itself deteriorates, becomes porous and leaky, and lets through partially digested foods. And when these partially digested foods are found in the bloodstream by the immune system, the immune system attacks them. It recognizes them as foreign substances. And the person starts developing food allergies and intolerances to all sorts of foods. It's not due to the problem with the food itself, it's due to the fact that their gut lining is like a sieve. So the treatment has to be focusing on the gut lining, on healing and sealing the gut lining. In these people, their gut flora gets taken over by pathogenic microbes, pathogenic bacteria, viruses, fungi, worms, parasites, all sorts of things. And these pathogens digest food that comes along in their own way, converting it into hundreds and hundreds of very toxic substances. These toxic substances absorb through the damaged gut lining into the bloodstream and get distributed around the body. And when they get in the brain, they impair the brain function. When they get into joints, they cause arthritis. If they get into lungs, they would cause asthma or some other disease. If they get into your skin, they can cause psoriasis, eczema, or any other disease of the skin. Wherever they get to, they cause trouble around the body. So that's what, in essence, GAPS is.